This is a Blake's hitch, which is a climbing friction hitch, which is very popular with many climbers, particularly in the United States of America. What makes it so popular, one of the many things, is that of course the distance here to the attachment to the climber can be very easily adjusted. So even though I'm using a long rope, I could attach in here and shorten the hitch, or I could make that distance longer for an ascent. And it also usually functions a bit more smoothly than a traditional prusik hitch. So that's pretty easy to slide it up and down, and it binds up really nicely. Another reason that it's so popular is that it can be actually tied with the same end of your climbing system, with the climbing system tied back on itself to form what's called a closed climbing system. If you do that, you don't need a separate prusik hitch or prusik cord in order to tie the friction hitch in your climbing system for moving rope technique. However, I won't show that in this video. So I'll just untie that. So to tie the Blake's hitch, you need a fair bit of tail, because we need to put a stopper knot in the tail below the Blake's hitch in order to ensure that it doesn't unwrap. And you're just going to take 4 turns of the hitch cord around the rope. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'd normally keep those pretty loose as you're tying this. The rope, the hitch cord then comes over the top of the standing part of the hitch and up through the first 2 loops of the hitch around the rope. So going through from bottom to top, just pulling that tight. And again, I need to make sure I've got plenty of tail coming through so that I can tie my stopper knot. So that looks like that from the underneath, coming round underneath the standing part of the hitch cord and up through the 2 lowest turns of the hitch. You've got the bar of the hitch there, and that would be the attachment to the climber. And I'll just use a double overhand knot, 1, 2, as a stopper knot there, just to stop the end of the hitch cord working out through the knot. So you can see that binds up very tightly, and it's still easy to adjust. One negative is that it concentrates the wear on the hitch cord in one spot, just here where the bind goes back underneath. So compared to a prusik hitch, the wear will be concentrated in a much more specific location. However, it does seem to normally operate more easily than a prusik hitch. It'll tend to bind up a bit less, and it'll operate a bit more smoothly. So that's the Blake's hitch.